the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com.
You are listening to High School 510, where sports is plain, comedy is pilot, and the sweet cheaper is our jet fuel. Please sit back and enjoy the ride.
See, that's what this church is about, Darius. Back when men used to be men. Men weren't afraid to be men. Men weren't sitting around and say, hey, call me androgynous. No, call me a man. Back when men were men. Men didn't mind getting their fingernails dirty. Yeah, I'm going to take the hardest road because I'm a man.
He a man.
This NBA's become soft. Become a bunch of soft prima donnas. That's why Gerard like them so much. They the type of guys that wear chokers and medium shirts. They worry more about what they wearing before the game and make sure the camera on them than actually playing hard and being like, hey, I hate that dude. I'm going to get in a scrap with him before the game.
Hey, I heard one of them men missed the playoffs on purpose so he can dress up for the Met Gala.
Exactly. We are in a case where NBA is soft. They breeded a bunch of soft men, and now we stuck with here. It's amazing that any of them are able to have kids.
Nigga, yeah, Drake.
They're officially father all their kids.
Hey, Joe, are you ready for this irregular podcast that we're about to do?
No, never. Because my mom walks up after church without her keys. I was wondering, like, who's ringing the doorbell this time of night? I should have known.
All right. Well, mom's in the house. Now we can start getting ready to record some irregular podcast content. I'm in a good mood today, by the way. I am in a good mood. You want to know why I'm in a good mood, Aaron?
Why? Because you got a finger up your butt last night.
Go ahead and say it, because I might be off this show in a second, Jarvis.
We got ourselves a series. I'm excited because the Warriors finally look like they had a little life in them. We'll talk about that a little bit later, though. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on Twitter at Horcrux Hipster. Tap in with us on our Patreon so you can get all our exclusive Too Hot for the Proper Show content. And we are here with...
This is AG3, and I'm just here today. And I'll explain why later, why Jared not getting much out of me today. I'll explain why real quick now. That'll be my opening. I'm coming slow because Jared pushed the podcast back so he could watch the Warrior game, but he didn't do shit like that for the Super Bowl when my team was in the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl is one game. This is guaranteed 6 games right now. So Jared gonna get the worst segment of talking sports out of me. I didn't even get to do a Super Bowl breakdown. Didn't even get to talk about the game.
It was a hellacious game.
We had too many people on there, and it was a great game. The Super Bowl was.
It turned into a watch party.
It became a shit show because you had too many people on there that wasn't there for the Super Bowl.
Did you release that episode later?
No,
he never released it. It was like the Super Bowl party.
A virtual Super Bowl party. We can sell tickets for that next year.
You are a hater.
Sam entered the chat and said, Aaron's a hater. And we are here with...
Hello, everyone. It's everybody's favorite truck driver, Captain P.Funk, coming to you slower than my internet. And by the way, that was some bad basketball today.
In Joe Biden's America, the last link in a broken supply chain is a broken window in the front of a Nike store where some hood rats are engaged in snatch and grabs.
And we are here with...
What's up, y'all? It's Darius, a.k.a. Smoking Out With Your Mama, a.k.a. I don't know why I'm still friends with Jared, a.k.a. Sam is the whitest thing since Chevy Chase on the tractor trailer with a Confederate flag.
Nene's getting married over All-Star Weekend.
So was he planning on being an All-Star?
Oh, boy. I never thought of it quite like
Then
that.
again, if he's getting married, maybe she planned.
Well, even if it was, sometimes you can't control the affairs of the heart.
That's right. What if he got
control
married
it.
in the locker room at All-Star Game?
Yeah.
What if he got married on the court of All-Star Game?
What if he got married right after the anthem on the court at All-Star Game?
See
What if he got married on the dunk contest when they dunked and did that?
What if while he was getting married, Dwight Howard jumped over him and he kissed the bride?
That's the
Bam!
winner.
That from?
Why is that my soundbite?
That was on NBA TV with those idiots, Gary Payton and Chris.
Oh, you found that.
They just kept topping each other on that one.
Yeah, those dudes were crazy. That was the best fucking.
Yeah, but man, I don't understand why they didn't find a way to sign them dudes.
They need a podcast. Those niggas was crazy.
And we are here with our special fly on the wall today. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's Sam. I'm sitting here at the airport. There's a mostly drunken bottle of dessert wine across from me. So that's an interesting facet of my life right now. That's
Are you going to finish it off?
No, I'm not going to drink. I mean, I know people who would drink. If you give me Patreon for a lifetime, I might drink it. But I'd have to think about it.
Why do you want to listen to them niggas for a lifetime?
No, I just want the free merch that he sends me.
You get free merch?
Yeah, he gives me free merch all the time. He's supposed to.
This is exactly why I don't want to be friends with you.
He said he was going to send me stickers to London, but they never came. But I do have a mug.
You got a mug?
Gary got all his stickers taken away, trying to take him into a Knicks game for some stupid ass reason.
Y'all got stickers?
Don't worry, Doris. I only make instant coffee in it because that's where I see this podcast on my tier of things I care about. Just as much as instant coffee.
Thank you, Sam. You can go back to being a fly on the wall, you piece of shit. Here's your soundbite.
Tilt your head back and let the meat slide down your throat hole. Easy, don't choke.
And my name is Jared, aka DJartt, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart.
And what are you going to say to your fans when they ask you some questions about it?
I'm going to say, I feel good. Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Well, tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing on this tour.
Huh? What'd you say?
What are you going to be doing on this tour?
I'm going to be doing Papa's got a brand new bag, living in America. Sex machine, get up off of that thing. I feel good. Jam.
Now, I understand that you have already... James, I have to ask you one serious question here. I understand you already have started divorce proceedings. Does that mean that you're now eligible?
Yes, I'm eligible. I'm singing. I want to mingle.
You want to mingle?
Yeah.
Now, the women love you when you get out there. Why do you think that is?
What'd you say?
The women love you when you get out there.
Why is that, ladies?
Well, I'm asking you.
Huh? Because I look
Why do you think
good.
that is? You
I
look
smell good. I feel good.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Oh. Well, there we are. We don't have to ask anybody else. We got that from the source. There you are. Now, you're involved in publishing a gospel magazine. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Second Coming.
That was either James Brown or Bobby Brown. I can't figure out which one it was.
That dude, James Brown. He's still out there. All right. Well, how y'all doing today? How's everyone doing?
Man, niggas got mugs. Fuck you.
Pedro, how you doing out there, brother?
Man, I'm just chilling. Shoot, I can't complain. Ain't too much going on. Colored.
Okay, being colored. There you go. We got Juneteenth to celebrate coming up. We get a couple weeks away. AG3, how about you? What's up with you?
I'm doing all right. I'm still trying to wonder why we did the show after the game, not during like the Super Bowl.
Man, I had to do a lot of superstitious juju during the game to make sure the Warriors won.
This Negro nervous. You got Negro, nervous Negro.
Nervous Negro energy. Yep, exactly. All right. And Sam, how are you doing?
Yeah,
fuck you. Okay, never mind. Anyways, question of the day. Question of the day.
Time out, nigga. You better ask me how I'm doing.
You cut Sam off, and then you didn't even ask the dark.
No. Because you know, niggas don't want to talk about how I'm doing right now.
What are you eating, bro? This motherfucker eating a puff lumpia?
Some breadstick. Olive Garden.
Yeah. Darius looks like he needs to be checked in on.
Sam, you look like one of the kids they found after 20 years. Who was locked up with a pedophile. You stayed there until your 30s.
He's still staying there in his 30s.
He still go back.
He was way bigger than a pedophile by then. The pedophile was all small and old.
It was like, you can go. Sam was like, I don't want to. I love you now. You touch all the right places. I want my mug.
He took Stockholm Syndrome to a whole nother level.
He colonized Stockholm Syndrome.
He gentrified Stockholm Syndrome.
Sam's colonizing roots took over Stockholm Syndrome, took it to new heights. It's like, this Stockholm Syndrome could be so much better if I just show up here and indoctrinate people. Sam colonized the pedophile.
Well, you do got good real estate.
It's nothing the royal family isn't doing already.
Well, we're here with Sam, who is en route back to jolly old London, Aye. So yes, Sam, tell us about how your trip was back in the States.
Hey Sam, who's been tickling your knickers?
It's only been Gerard. He gives me a mug and I just let him do it. So, yeah, that's how it works out.
We're gonna talk about the mug. That's a sensitive subject right now.
Wait till you see the stickers of Darius. They were holograms and everything. You see them all over Berkeley where Gerard rides his bike.
Come on, hold on. You got hologram stickers? I think I'm gonna pull back up that cease and desist letter.
So Sam, back to your trip back to London, man. How was your trip back in the States, and what are you looking forward to most going back to London?
It was good back here. I got to see the sun. We don't get that in London that much. What am I looking forward to when I get back? Pubs. I like the pub culture. There's some big soccer games going on, so go down to the pub to watch those. But it's been cool to be back. See you fools. I didn't realize I was going to be on the podcast.
You're still a fly on the wall. But tell us about jolly old London,
What food are you gonna miss the most?
I didn't get to go to 900 Grayson, so I didn't have any fried chicken and waffles. That's a concept that hasn't made it over to the UK yet, where they still cut pizza with their knife and fork.
Well, let's get to some news real quick. Our question of the day. What would you do if your girl said this?
You're probably asking the wrong crowd because I'm pretty sure one of my ladies already said this, and I don't have no idea what it's going to say.
What would you do if your girl said this?
If the Yankees were going to win a World Series, but you had to give each other a hall pass, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, why
Who
does she have to?
You can pick anyone who you want. Who would you pick?
Anyone in the world? My ex-boyfriend.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Who would you pick?
You.
Aw. I'm sorry. Why the ex-boyfriend?
We're gonna fight about this.
Why the ex-boyfriend?
He's
gone. You can tell me.
He was a good lover.
What would you do if your girl said this?
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is?
People need to stop wifing up these dumbass bitches. That's all I gotta say.
This is more of a Sam question because we don't have those problems.
Oh, it was a beautiful white woman who said the answer. So, Sam, what would you do?
I agree with Aaron. You can't hang around those dumbass hoes, If they're going to say shit like that, on TV, you got to O.J. Simpson them. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I'm not black. I'm O.J.
He said O.J. Simpson. O.J. was innocent, by the way.
He's still looking for the killer. He won't come back to visit L.A. because he's worried he might end up talking to the killer. Every morning when he say, "Hey, O.J., how you doing?" while looking in the mirror.
Yeah, you be careful with those statements. O.J., we didn't mean it. Please don't murder Sam's girlfriend.
O.J. ain't coming back to California. He's worried he's gonna run into the killer.
I heard it was more for tax reasons, but I buy that as well.
I guess the follow-up question is your hall pass. Who would your hall pass be for? Just you don't have to do that one actually. Never mind, it's fine. All right. In other news,
Wait, did you? Yeah, how you gonna ask them? There's a married man on. There's two married men on the show. You gonna ask them who they hall pass?
I'll tell you my hall.
Yeah,
I'll tell you my
who
hall
is your
pass.
hall pass?
Any BBW under 220, 5'2".
Darius, who's your hall pass?
I don't think I mean, you mean like I gave myself one? Or?
No, you get a hall pass. Anybody, not your ex-girlfriend, right? You know, no, my ex.
What? No. Jesus Christ! I'd probably go with Mary Kate and Ashley.
You wouldn't go with they sister look better than those two, I think.
Yeah, she is.
Or maybe I actually don't really know. It might be, it really might be right now, as of today, and this could change. It might be Dua Lipa.
She's pretty fine. She's a little skinny, but she's pretty fine.
She's Albanian. All Albanians are skinny. They ain't eating enough food.
Madonna, 65 years
old. Oh, dude.
50 Cent.
Oh, Madonna with the new cheeks. That's weird. There we go.
Wait, Sam, who would Sam Hall pass be? You skip Sam.
It'd be the Irish dudes that live out here.
That's Jarrett's Hall pass.
I thought Jarrett's was Nicole Kidman personally. He got her tattooed on him.
Sam, what's your hall pass?
Instant gut reactions, Rihanna. I feel like you can't go wrong with that.
Okay.
Pregnant Rihanna or unpregnant Rihanna?
Pregnant Rihanna.
Honestly, I mean, you could eat either or. I don't care. I'm not that picky.
Mine would have to probably be Jessica Alba. I still like her a lot. Or Yanette Garcia, the weather girl.
Oh, the weather girl's nice.
Damn.
AG3,
who's your hall pass?
Man, I'm single. I got a hall pass with basically everybody.
I'm saying though, if you were in a relationship and it was worth the hall pass, this is the love of your life.
Nicole Doshi.
Who that?
Man, you can't pick people who have sex for a living, dude. That doesn't count.
That's my hall pass.
Sam,
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam, for letting us know.
Nicole Doshi, that's my hall pass.
Pedro, I can send you some research information if you want. I can tell you she does not fit into the above 220 range.
Yeah, I know.
In news this week, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have broken up. Both are said to be completely heartbroken, according to a source close to the situation. What do you guys think about that?
This is not news. I think I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. This is not news.
I agree with
celebrities.
Not news. Jared thinks news is what it used to be in National Enquirer, like celebrity news. I mean, you hear about that news, man? You hear about that news about Kourtney Kardashian or some fucking Kardashian?
What would Michael B. Jordan do?
Kobe. Michael B. Jordan is locked away in his home, a wreck, over the breakup with his one true love, Lori Harvey. He finally gets out of bed to go wash his face and stares and looks at himself in the mirror. What would Michael B. Jordan do, AG3?
Yeah. Hold on. Before I do anything else, I got to leave this voice message for Laura real quick. It's been an hour since you've been gone. And that's too long, girl. Come back home. I can't live without you. I can't live without you. So I'll die for you. Do anything that I can to feel the touch of your loving hand. Baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging, baby. That's original, Lori. I came up with that thinking about you. I was listening to some music and I said, I'm gonna take this off their hands and I'm gonna sing this for Lori. Baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging. I dedicate my next Oscar to you, Lori.
You know you're everything I do.
I dedicate the next time Will Smith slaps somebody will be for you, Lori. I do this for you. This is Michael B. Jordan, aka Fruitvale Creed, coming at you.
Can you back off the mic? This is like ASMR.
That's the way Michael B. Jordan hits you all in the ear. This is when Michael B. Jordan talked to you, it's ear candy.
My room is vibrating.
It's ear candy.
I don't like this.
This is straight Michael B. Jordan ear candy. That's why I got
My
my
table is
mustache.
shaking from you trying to Barry White my goddamn computer.
I'm just, hey, I tried to play Barry White in a biopic.
Please
I went in there and said, hey, this is Barry. I'm gonna take all the baritones off your hands. Lori, come back.
You sound like a gay police officer ordering Chipotle.
I'm begging, Lori, come back. I missed you. I missed you like Wallace missed that paycheck from The Wire.
Oh shit! All right,
I miss you like I miss Chadwick Boseman because I don't know how the hell I'm gonna act my way through Black Panther 2.
All right. Well, thank you, Aaron.
Sorry.
Let us know what Michael B. Jordan would do.
Well, if you know what he should do? He should turn to the MTV Music Awards and look at Vanessa Hudgens, all her outfit changes. Good Lord. She is stacked.
Bitch is running wild, man.
She come a long way.
In other news, Shakira and Gerard Pique are breaking up after 11 years of marriage and a couple kids. How you feeling? You feeling optimistic that you can land the big one here?
And I've been working on my Spanish for the last 24 hours. I'll tell you that much. Been working on my Spanish and my Lebanese call.
I'm just glad we moved on to the real news.
This is finally the real news.
All right. Well, in other news, it is Pride Month, y'all. It is Pride Month. With it being Pride Month, there are a lot of sports teams that are wearing Pride-themed attire. Well, in Florida, the Tampa Bay Rays, several players opted out of wearing the Pride Night themed hats and patches. What do you guys think about that?
Do they really hate gays like Tim Hardaway?
Tim Hardaway, last question before we let you go. How do you deal with a gay teammate?
Ooh. First of all, I wouldn't want him on my team. And second of all, you know, if he was on my team, I would, you know, really distance myself from him because I don't think that's right. And, you know, I don't think that, you know, he should be in a locker room while we're in a locker room. And it's just a whole lot of other things. So I wouldn't even be a part of that. But, you know, it's stuff like that going on, and there's a lot other people I hear like that's still in the closet and don't want to come out the closet, but you know, I just leave that alone.
You know that what you're saying there, though, Timmy, is flatly homophobic, right? It's just it's bigotry.
Well, you know, I hate gay people, so you know, I let it be known. I don't like gay people. I don't like to be around gay people. I don't, you know, I'm homophobic. I don't like it. It shouldn't be in the world for that or in the United States for it. So yeah, I don't like it.
He still made the Hall of Fame.
God damn.
It's crazy too, because like if motherfucker opted to not wear like a Memorial Day uniform, then it's like such a big problem. Like that's crazy.
Players cited faith as their reason for not wanting to wear it. It says more than half the players appeared to participate. However, pitchers Jason Adam, Jalen Beeks, Brooks Raley, Jeffrey Springs, and Ryan Thompson were among the players who peeled off sunbursts on their sleeves and wore the standard hats.
So this just narrowed it down to those three or how
5, yeah, 4.
5. Don't put it on the team.
No, it's not the whole team. Several players decided not to. Jason Adam spoke on behalf and said a lot of it comes down to faith, to like a faith-based decision. So it's a hard decision because ultimately all said what we want is them to know that we are all welcome and know that all are welcome and love here. But when we put on our bodies, I think a lot of guys decided that it's just a lifestyle and that maybe not that they look down on anybody or think differently. It's just that maybe we don't want to encourage it if we believe in Jesus, who encouraged us to a lifestyle that would abstain from that behavior, just like Jesus encourages me as a heterosexual male to abstain from sex outside of the confines of marriage. It's no different. It's not judgmental. It's not looking down. It's just what we believe in. The lifestyle he's encouraged us to live for our good, not to be withheld. But again, we love men and women. We care about them and we want them to feel safe and welcome here. So what do you guys think about that?
But did they know they pastors also in the closet?
Go on, Pedro.
I don't know why they ain't wearing nothing. They might as well go ahead and support their pastor in the choir director. What's the problem? Gay. They just hide behind Jesus. God told me not to be gay, not to come out with my true feelings and everything. I'll just go ahead and molest this boy behind the altar.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they going to do? If you won't let them have a woman, they going to have each other. Somebody's going to have to give us some booty.
First of all, yeah, Jesus didn't say, there's nowhere in the Bible Jesus say you don't bust another man up in the ass. Doesn't say that in the Bible. That's in the Old Testament.
Didn't say not to either, Pedro.
Hey, it's in the Old Testament. So, yeah, it didn't say not to, but I'm saying it's not in the Bible. So these guys need to stop using certain verses and whatever they want to use in the Bible to try to push the faith off on people and be hating on people. Hey, look, I'm a man. I'm a heterosexual man that love having regular sex with BBWs, okay? There's no reason not to wear a patch supporting other people that think different from you. It is okay just for one day or whatever it is a week, just for pride. There's a lot of gay dudes come and watch your games, a lot of gay dudes in church. So go ahead and tell that brother, hey, you love him. That's just a little simple patch. I don't want to hear all that silly shit. And y'all been hiding behind the curtains with all these foul spirits y'all been playing around with, having sex with teenagers. How about that? Don't support that.
I am delivered.
I was hoping you would play that soundbite to go with this. One thing, if they were against like the corporatizing of the pride flags, how it's basically in every goddamn product. Like, right. I'm like, man, these organizations really celebrating pride or how to make money off during this month? Like Walmart making some pride ice cream.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn because, Pedro is our pastor of everything regular. But I think, Pedro, you make a good point. Like, it's supporting other peoples who have been, marginalized or subjugated or oppressed in some way, or, it's just recognizing and giving acknowledgement. On the other hand, I also do get like some players who, saying don't want to support certain agendas, as they will say, whether it's that or, well, then are you supporting the military agenda? Are you supporting this? So like, I understand like players wanting to be more aware of what they're putting on their bodies and what they support and don't support, and be open with their voice about what they will willfully support. And so I kind of afford them the right to make this decision. I feel like it's frustrating, but they have different viewpoints than me and different expectations. And I just will keep an eye on what they decide to support in the future.
What if I don't want to wear it since I've been delivered?
Well, number one, they're in Florida, so it's like your standards. I guess you go to Jesus, and people like to use Jesus a lot of times to be able to refute doing things.
That's my only problem. Them trying to use the Bible, because just say, hey, I'm not into the gay thing. I don't want to wear a patch.
Yeah,
I hate when people try to bring white Jesus into every excuse. Jesus didn't die for white excuses. Jesus died for our souls.
I heard that when Jesus came back on what day did he come back on?
December 25th.
No, exactly. How many days before he was resurrected? No. How many days before he was resurrected?
3 days, man.
3 days.
The third day.
I heard on the third day when that light hit inside that cave, he sat up and said,
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I won't date no women. I won't date no more men.
He ascended to the skies talking about,
I said, women, I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
I'm like, man, the way he doing all that hollering, you knew he was gonna keep sucking dick.
Man, I'm like, man, hold on. You weren't just gay. You might have been a little more. You were carrying a purse and doing all wearing makeup.
That's what I'm saying.
He's what I call flashy gay.
Yeah, you wouldn't be all gay, brother. You was going hard.
Be a lot more other letters in that alphabet than you giving on that on.
Yeah. I will replace my dick that I cut off with a potato.
Yeah. I won't push my dick into the foreskin.
I would stop taping it to my booty hole.
Stop taping my dick up so I can wear a thong.
I've been funny if he said all of that too.
Yeah,
That's basically what he said, Pedro.
You know who I realized looked kind of like him is on Boston. Grant Williams kind of looked like Andrew C. Caldwell. Anyways, well, yeah. In the end, though, I do think that it's the player's choice, and I'll respect it. I do, like Pedro would. Hope
like I said, I would totally respect it if he said, "Hey, I don't believe in it." And then they start bringing religion into it. I'm like, God, just say, hey, this is not my thing. This is not what I do. Yeah. So I don't support. I support family or whatever it is that they support. And I've been fine with it. Here they go bringing Jesus into it.
Yeah,
lying on God.
Yeah, no, I feel that, and I also feel like it's their right to do that. But hopefully, you know, what I'm saying, through, like Aaron brought up, you know, corporations who are, you know, marketing and
I mean,
promoting.
that's the reason why the teams do it too.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real.
It's a marketing opportunity.
Selling more hats, more jerseys.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's a way of acknowledging a demographic that has been underrepresented, or, you know what I'm saying, has not gotten the acknowledgement. And so I'm all aligned for that. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to see Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? They give out Black History, you know, that we get a color scheme or patches or something like that. We do have
a color scheme. Nancy Pelosi wore it in the Congress.
we got our logo, and Patrick will start creating is Nancy Pelosi taking a knee, bro. I'm doing that.
Taking a knee in kente cloth. That's the new black logo.
Hey, do we have a picture of that? Can we print that out and put it on t-shirts?
We should. Last week, the NBA released the All-NBA teams of 2022 and its list of players for the first and second and third teams. The NBA first team was Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Jokic. The second team consisted of Steph Curry, John Morant, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid. Third team was Chris Paul, Trae Young, LeBron James, Pascal Siakam, and Karl Anthony Towns. Do you all think that they got the first team correct, or was there somebody on there that made you say, meh?
The fact that LeBron even made a team was ridiculous to me. I just got to say that.
You don't think he should have made third team?
No. Man.
He almost led the league in scoring if he had just
he finished second in scoring.
If he had just played and helped me beat Sam, bitch.
Yeah, if he would have just played the last two games, he would have won the scoring title.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Dr. said they needed to back you out of me.
He was up there for a while, though.
Sam, I know you're an avid basketball fan. Do you think that they got the first team correct?
I mean, I think the only criticism you can have is sort of the MVP thing. If you thought Embiid had a better season than Jokic, you know, he should be on that first team. Then there's the argument of if they should have two centers.
No.
I mean, I think Jokic, Embiid, and Antetokounmpo were clearly the three best players this season. But if you're going to stick one center on that team, you only got to choose one of them. You slot Antetokounmpo in that power forward spot. But I think that would be my only issue. You could go Jokic or Embiid in that center spot, but I'm not mad at either of them. They're both had tremendous seasons, and it'd be weird to not have the MVP on the first team. So I think he's got to be on there.
Aaron, what about you? What's your take on?
I agree. One center. If you go look at like Shaq's, Patrick Ewing, and Hakeem Olajuwon throughout the 90s, they were knocking each other from the first, second, and third teams, right? By who would have the better year that year. That's just the way it is. Like Patrick Ewing has like one first team All NBA, 4 or 5 second team, and like 5 third team, because he was going against Olajuwon and Shaq, where Olajuwon had like 3 first team. They were just knocking each other off of each team. And I think it would be unfair. Adam Silver's already in the talks talking about maybe we'll switch to positionless. And I think it's stupid. No, man, just keep the guards where you're the best in your position, guard, forward, and center. As far as this team, Devin Booker making first team is, you know, it's a little surprising, but I mean, he improved his game. I see where he did. Maybe if I take him out, maybe it'll be for DeRozan. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe DeRozan could go second and third team. Joel Embiid shouldn't be below the second team. Third team, I was shocked Trae Young made third team.
Yeah, he didn't have a good season.
Well, statistically, he had a very good season. Their team did not win the way
great statistically, but he was inconsistent all season.
He was dropping 25 and 12
he'll
basically.
drop 11 in 3 game, and then shoot 3 for 28 next game. And
that was very rare. I had him on my fantasy team. He was the most consistent player on my team all year. He's averaging.
You didn't have a good fantasy team.
What are you talking about, man? My team was tight.
Did they win a championship?
Sam's team was better than yours.
Man, fuck y'all. Fuck both y'all. I'll say
congratulations to Sam, the fantasy winner.
Yeah, Sam's a fantasy winner also, by the way, everyone. So if you ever hear us talk about Sam, the juicy mouthed bastard from London, that's who we're talking about. This guy, fucking cunt. Anyways.
Wait a minute. I thought Sam was from South Africa.
Oh, yeah, the fucking apartheid cunt.
We had people down there, but unrelated.
My one gripe about the first team was Devin Booker. I don't know that he's he had a good season. I think he was great. He's good all season. I don't think he's better than me as a fan of Steph Curry. I don't think he's better than Steph Curry. Played more games by a little bit, but not much more. And I think DeMar DeRozan can be a guard. I don't know. I would much rather see DeMar DeRozan on that list because I think DeMar DeRozan's season was pretty elite. And the fact that he made Chicago reputable, and until they had some injuries and were kind of banged up, he kind of changed the culture of that team. Him and Lonzo Ball, seemed to find a good home there. But DeMar DeRozan was the guy that made that team run. And he made everyone more efficient and better around him. I think he's better than Devin Booker because he made people around him better. Unlike Devin Booker doesn't really make other people around him better. And I just don't see it with Devin Booker. I just don't see it.
Yeah, the only reason why I wouldn't put Devin Booker in there because he's not a playmaker like we talked about on the previous podcast. He's just out to look for a shot and out to put points up on the board. I mean, I know they had the best record. It was mostly because of him. But I just
when Chris Paul went out, remember Chris Paul broke his thumb? And he took his game then.
Yeah. I think we're looking
he did put it. Yeah, he did. I agree with that. But it just shows a lot of these guys can't adjust their games when it comes to moving on to the next level. It's just like the only person we've seen adjust their game in such a way without using the offense was Giannis. These new guys, you got to just hope they knock down these threes. Otherwise, you just, you're kind of in offensive purgatory. Just you hoping you hit shots.
Yeah.
Nobody has outside, inside penetration, back to the basket game. And that's why, Joker ended up winning MVP again. Because he can do all that. He can do everything. You kind of have to give it to him, or him or Embiid. They fill up the stat category.
With Booker, I think we're looking at it with now a postseason bias. They floundered in the playoffs. I thought his regular season was really good. I think you can't put Curry or Morant over him because they both missed 20 games.
They missed too many games, Jared.
That would be my argument. I think DeRozan's interesting, but I think the Bulls falling apart. Trying to close that away from him.
I agree with you guys. They missed way too many games, especially Durant. Durant just looked like his spirit wasn't into it. You just see how well talented he is. His spirit's not in the game when he still can put up points.
Well, all right, so Devin Booker played 68 games, and I think Steph Curry played 64. He played 4 more games than Steph Curry. He averaged 26.8, 5 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 46% field goal percentage, 38% 3-point, 86% free throw percentage. Good numbers, but if you look at DeMar DeRozan, let's go, because I don't want to be a homer in this way, Aaron, because I don't know make Aaron mad.
Yeah, you already been one.
DeMar DeRozan, let's look at his stats. I'll tell you they're probably better without even having to look. 76 games played, 27.9 points, 5 total rebounds, 4.9 assists per game, 50% field goal percentage, 35% free throw percentage, 87% free throw shooter. Shooting guard, power forward, small forward. He plays a gamut of guard forward, and I think he easily could have been there instead of our boy Devin Booker. And when you're looking at the momentum, Chicago had no momentum coming in from last season, going into this season. They were rebuilding or reloading and hoping to be good. The Suns had all the momentum from last year. They're on a mission, and they had still had Chris Paul playing at a high level. Chris Paul is a big part of why they were able to do what they did and why Devin Booker is able to elevate his game to the next level. I don't know. I just think DeMar DeRozan is the player right there that you should definitely put there instead.
I mean, I like the pick of Devin Booker, to be honest with you guys. I think just for the sake of what he did for his team, he deserves some type of accolades to be first team. You know, the Suns had a great run this year. So as far as point guard goes, I would have a couple other picks over him. Everything else is pretty sound to me.
Yeah, I just think there's guys that are comparable to Devin Booker. I don't know how they chose to vote him over Steph Curry or DeMar DeRozan. I think their numbers are very similar and what they meant to their team.
The reason
I
Chris
feel like
Paul got in the third team is because he wrote his name in.
come on. he went to the vote and was like, y'all put my name down. In other news, though, they also named the all defensive teams.
Can we go to 6-man? Because that was or was it most improved player? No, it was most improved player.
6-man, they all suck.
Six man of the year. The 6 man of the year award went to Tyler Hero, who beat out Cam Johnson of the Suns and Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Kevin Love. What the hell? No, the most improved player I meant to say. John Morant.
That was crap too.
Yeah, what were they thinking?
Yeah, but most improved superstar to
exactly. that was, I don't know who.
That should have been Darius Garland.
It should have been Garland or DeJounte Murray, because both those guys
either
became
or.
stars this year. John Morant's been a star. How do you give most improved player to a guy who's already a star?
John Morant's been a star because of like the team he's been playing for. He actually has been the most improved player. If you look at his numbers, he's been killing it.
No, last season he struggled. It was a sophomore slump, and he got hurt for an extended period of time.
Yeah,
so but he ended the season.
We're talking about improvements, though. He really killed it, bro.
No, because he
killed it. He's already a star.
No, he's already a star because he's on a low market franchise and he's a high visibility player. Like that doesn't make him.
But look at Darius Garland averaging 9 points to what is he averaging? 17 now or something?
I would have given it to Desmond Bain, to be honest with y'all. That's my.
I can see Desmond Bain.
I can see Desmond Bain. Yeah,
but yeah, John Morant is not a player that was emerging. These guys emerged this year, and there's a difference between most improved player should be the player that emerges the most. And I think John Morant had already emerged. We already knew he had superstar capability. Whether or not it's really comes down to, can he consistently be a skilled player that can knock down jumpers at a good enough rate and essentially can stay healthy. Those are the two things that really he proved that he could shoot pretty good. He could get to the rim and do anything he wants. But these guys prove oh yeah, Darius Garland, one of the league leaders in assists, emerged and run a team. DeJounte Murray almost averaged a triple double this year. You know what I'm saying? Desmond Bain became a 20-point scorer on a team that needed a perimeter scorer to be one of their, go-to guys. Helped out that team a lot. Helped out John Morant to look more improved because he had a guy out there that was knocking down shots for him. All right, well, let's get to Cutty Corner shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts. Cutty Corner shoutouts is a segment in the show where everyone gets a chance to rant, complain, and talk shit about something that's pissing them off in the world, or highlight something positive happening in the world. Cutty Corner shout out. Cutty Corner shout outs.
It's time.
We're burning now.
God, if you let it in, hell!
So cold and bleeding now.
I'm in for it, man.
Gonna let you down.
He had sex with my mama.
We're broken people now.
I just said I need a Becky
Aaron, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Yeah, my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to, I like to give two. Positive one for Vanessa Hudgens and all her outfit changes. Oh my God, on this MTV Music Awards. And then my real Cutty Corner shout out goes out to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Adam Silver, man, he is the most coddling commissioner. Every commissioner, every sport is going to have pluses and minuses, right? They're always going to do things well. Usually most commissioners, especially if they've been around a while, and they're going to have a couple of black eyes. David Stern was great for bringing the corporate entity into the NBA, making NBA very profitable. When he took over, it wasn't a profitable sport. Most owners wanted out. People didn't see it the same way. It had a drug problem. He had his two black eyes. One was the lifetime suspension he gave to Michael Ray Richardson. And the second one was Seattle, losing the team in Seattle, not letting the guy from Oklahoma buy the Pelicans, which the NBA owned at the time when they were still called the Hornets. And the NBA owned them. Instead of letting them buy that, since they already played half their games in Oklahoma the year before, he was like, no, he didn't want New Orleans to lose a team, even though nobody goes to the fucking game still. He said it would look bad if New Orleans lost a team. So he let Seattle, a basketball stomping ground, lose a team. What an idiot. But that was his worst thing. Godell got his, being hard on players, shit like that, suspending left and right. But look what he made NFL so proper. He made NFL so profitable. He got $68 million last year. by the owners, and then got another bonus 60 million from the owners because of how profitable. But they all have their black eyes. But Adam Silver, in his speech this last week, he said two things. One, he's looking to maybe replace the all NBA teams without having positions, where it's just the top 5 players. I think that's a stupid ass idea. It's the only sport that would do that. Everybody else has positions. It doesn't make sense. You're either the best or second best in your position or the third best. There's 3 teams. That's good enough. Second thing he did, after that, he made the announcement talking about maybe cutting the regular season down to help with players getting hurt. And it's like, dude, that is the stupidest thing I ever heard. They already load managing now. Guess what? You cut the games down from 82 games to 65 or 59. Guess what? They're still going to load manage. For some reason, I don't know what it is. These players are deciding they want to try to have 20-year careers, right? Look, let's go back to the generation that didn't load manage. Those guys played 13 years. Magic played 12, Isaiah 13, Karl Malone played 20, Larry Bird played exactly 13. It's like, dude, that's how long your NBA career is supposed to be. I agree with Richard Jefferson said about it. He said, look, dude, you are playing a sport. What makes you special is, yes, this sport is still hard on your body. It's not football, but it's still hard on your body. You are going to play hurt. You're going to play in pain. You're not going to play for long, but you're going to be well compensated for that time you play. The sport's not supposed to have a bunch of 20-year careers. Everybody that reached 20 years, that's what makes them special. LeBron's at 20 years. He's special. You know what's funny? The last 3 guys that reached 20 years, LeBron, Kobe, Vince Carter, how many of them load manage? 0. Those guys played every game in a lot of minutes, and they happen to reach 20 years. The load management, man, Adam Silver coddling these players. What is that saying? Weak times breed weak men. This is where we are in basketball right now. We're in our weak times, and we're breeding weak men.
Did you just call them homos?
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Pedro, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Yes, I do. And it goes to, I'm going to just say my old lady and my mommy. They accused me of not believing and loving Jesus this week. Questioned whether I love Jesus or believed in Jesus. Now, let's go here, man. It's that we see more things. We know there's more truth than there is with the Holy Bible. You can't just go off it's good things about religion. It's good things to have about religion. It keeps people calm. It keeps people from acting a fool. I understand why it's here. I understand why we believe. But those teachings, come on, there's too much information right now to just go off the straight old school Holy Bible teachings. We know that we've been worshiping a white God. We also see these priests that are not supposed to be in politics. These TV evangelists also all of a sudden start worshiping Trump when they got lost in their ways, when they start getting big money and wanting to get these new jet planes and wanting to be a part of the elite and powerful. And we see this now. So this possibly can't be a white Jesus like we've been raised on. Now that we see that there's more information than what they tell you on news or what they tell you in church. Black people getting shot, mass shootings, sicknesses and diseases going across the world. If they believed in if Jesus was here, if white Jesus, what they said in the Bible, the way he heals, he would have solved all this with love and healing. You know why he's not solving all this with love and healing? It's because we've been worshiping the wrong God. We need to worship Black Jesus.
Jesus! What you got for me today? I've been good. Talk good to me, brother. You know the world is yours, man. Whatever you want, man. I need the numbers to the lotto. I got some kindness, I got compassion, and I got love for all mankind. You better get up on some of that, man. Don't nobody want no shit like that. You got the nerve walking around with all that brown on, looking like the UPS man. Nigga want Kenobi, Taliban to Al-Qaeda. You too, homeboy. I still love your bitch ass.
So please don't question me about my love of God. I believe there is a God. I believe there's a spirit, and I believe there's something more powerful out here. But this Holy Bible stuff is not flying anymore. So question me about that.
You know, Pedro, I might say this is karma for having your mom get on the phone and pray for me when you told her my girlfriend was Indian.
Pray, white Jesus.
I don't know how many Cutty Corner shout-outs. I hope this is the last one about religion. I've had enough. They about made me mad this week.
Mm-hmm. I need to give your mom a call and tell her pray for you when you're sleeping in tongues and over you. Because you know she will do that. Satan, leave this house now. She'll yell that.
In the name of Jesus, hey, hey, makatarabaka, banda, aka, ata, raka, teda, baka, sanda, ata, ambo, osa, kata, rite, eke, banda, ata, rike, didi, ashata.
Exactly.
I beseech you.
I rebuke you, devil. You leave this home.
She will yell that.
Darius, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Yeah, my Cutty Corner shout out. Sorry, my Cutty Corner shout out goes to Vista Prints. I've been spending the whole podcast trying to make mugs and stickers for myself. I didn't know it was just a minimum order quantity. Feeling like a real idiot because I went to check out and it was like, well, you need more than 150. Like, yeah, man. I wish I could just get a couple special mugs made to send to Jared's house that says "White Women Rule." I've been trying to do a whole bunch of things, but it hasn't worked out. But yeah, man, pretty much, Jared. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I realized today more and more that again, my biggest regret in life is inviting you to my wedding. Jared took up 20% of the people. You know, it was a really small wedding, so Jared made up of about 5% of the wedding population, just as one presence, and there was just 5% too much.
My Cutty Corner shout out, positive one, goes out to Gabe Kapler. Well, kind of. We'll see how far he goes with this, but Gabe Kapler came out. He will no longer stand for the national anthem. So long as, you know, America continues to reflect something that he doesn't feel is American, to paraphrase him. After the Uvalde, Texas shooting, maybe also in response to Buffalo and just the carnage that is going forward in our country and the issue with gun control and gun reform. And, you know, I would say I'm somebody who's pretty neutral on the idea of people being able to own guns. But when it comes down to it, we need to have better processes to, you know, mitigate guns getting in the wrong hands of different people. It's great responsibility. Shooting a gun, you know, it's a weapon of mass destruction, or not mass destruction. It's a weapon of destruction. It's not meant to create new things. It destroys. And it is an ultimate destroyer because it ultimately will take people's lives or animals or whatever's lives. So, yeah, I feel like there should be continued push to evolve our Second Amendment to be representative of what we need in this country. And a lot of people keep flipping it over like, well, you got to be able to fight tyranny. That's the government. I'm like, bro, what government? You talking about the AOC and the Pelosi's that want to take your guns away so that then they can rule over you with pumpkin spice lattes and motherfucking organic foods? Yeah.
And Kente Kloss and like, songs by black dudes singing Theodosia.
Yeah. The people we have to worry about are the people who are armed and are willing to shoot. Yes, the government could try and do some tyrannical type shit. That is a possibility. And maybe when the resources get to the breaking points, that is what will happen. But that also takes us being more proactive in our future planning. So as much as you want to argue your Second Amendment, let's also look at the things that would make us have to go into some kind of military state where the government would actually take over. One is probably going to be where our resources dwindle to a point where there's no coming back. There's no replenishing of the resources and our population is too great. And then all of a sudden, that's when you get motherfuckers with guns, rob other motherfuckers, kill other motherfuckers for resources. Government got to come in and shut shit down. So let's try and maybe push for green things, the Green New Deal, whatever it might be. You know, push to create those new jobs that stimulate the economy for avenues of sustainable energy, things that are going to tap our resources, our finite resources on this planet, a little bit less, so we can prolong our free will, so we can prolong our ability to not be subject to tyrannical methods of a overarmed military, because that's really what you're talking about. You need your guns for, right? So why don't we move towards sustaining ourselves in ways that's not going to lead to that, because that's what's going to end. That's actually what will end up happening. So I don't want to hear it. So we got to realign our political ties, realign our ability to see through what the legislation is speaking and what legislation we are speaking into existence. And some of y'all motherfuckers just want to own guns to maintain your white supremacy or to maintain the status quo because you got a gun and you're willing to shoot somebody for it. And we've seen that. We've seen that in Buffalo. We've seen that at other locations. You know what I'm saying? Uvalde, we don't know what's going on with that motherfucker, but that motherfucker can burn in hell forever. And the police officers, y'all can rot in hell and have nightmares for the rest of your lives and be haunted by the ghosts of all them children that y'all waited 75 minutes to go into that school to try and save. But otherwise, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a little talk and let's get some actual actionable items that we can then move forward to make it to where motherfuckers don't need a motherfucking AR-15. Yes, AR-15s can be useful in rural settings to kill pigs. Yes, AR-15s can be useful to shoot a bunch of Asian people in a poppy field if your name is Rambo, okay? It's a fucking military-grade gun. That shit is for war. You are wanting to maintain, I guess you need a wartime gun to go against the tyrannical wartime people, but really we ain't been that way. It ain't happening, bruh. We got all the nukes, we got all the drones, we got all the technology to do whatever we want. And if these motherfuckers want to get you, they'll get a drone on your ass. You see what they doing in Russia. You see what they doing in Ukraine. You see what we did throughout the Middle East over the last 20 years.
I seen what they did to Paul Walker.
I see what... Hey, conspiracy, brother.
Why, so I can fall in love with some cute black man that teaches white people everything they know about the shrimp industry before they kill him 30 minutes into the movie? Huh? Hey, why don't you walk down that tunnel, black man? Hey, black man, turn on the generator. This dinosaur is out there. Hey, black man, look out. He's got a gun.
In other news, LaShawn McCoy came out and said nobody hires Eric Bieniemy because they know what type of coach he is. What do you guys think about that?
You know, he's just a hate. He hate everywhere he leaves. He talks shit about him. He's just a hateful man.
He said during an interview appearance on I Am Athlete podcast, he says he hasn't been hired because of his coaching ability, not his race. He called out how Bieniemy interacts with players and added that he's the reason he stopped playing for the Chiefs. Quote:
"No, your knees.
The fact you got hurt, you couldn't even play the Super Bowl.
Your ankles and your knees is the reason why you stopped playing for the Chiefs, nigga."
You know what I'm saying? You suck, dude.
He's like, I left football altogether because of him.
This dude right here. I didn't open it, or I didn't get a chance to read. I seen he said something. I didn't even read it. And I can't believe this fool.
He said, quote, "Listen, because some players he talks to them a certain way, and some players would take it." McCoy said, "I wouldn't take it. Like, whoa, that's the reason why that every year they hype him up to get a job, and then when it comes time, nobody hires him because they know what type of coach he really is." Sounds like some hater ass shit. Ron Parker, the former chief safety, responded to McCoy's comments. Said, "Buddy, time was up, man. That's it. Don't do that." Like, nigga,
hey, you said it better than I said it.
Yeah, shout out to Ron Parker sponsorship. Keep it real. But yeah, man. So, do you think this is gonna play to Bieniemy's favor, having Shady McCoy, who everyone loves to hear him talk about him, speak on it, or you think this could be a further knock on Bieniemy moving forward?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna hurt him
because he's still ain't gonna get a job anyways.
Yeah, he's still ain't gonna get a job.
He ain't on job, man. They not really looking to hire short niggas right now. We need a beautiful white man. Sam, you still here?
I'm gone.
Sam's on his flight.
Sam, put in your application for any NFL team, and they'll hire you because they love that British accent and they trust you.
Except for the Miami Dolphins, they only hire black dudes.
Yes.
All right. Well, in other, you said they only hire black dudes.
That's a real Negro right there.
It's been very odd, to tell you the truth. This idea of identifying as something. I You know, I think people identify me as something, but I identify as a human being. And my dad's black. So whatever you want to call it.
Hey, only black dudes. Anyways, in other news,